Jasmina and my fellow classmate. We are from Group 5, and my name is Jing and my group mate Jia Yee and Megan Gan Xin En. So the topic we will be present today is will transparent and honest advertising build consumer trust. So before starting with the topic, we have concluded a thesis statement which is a transparent and honest advertisement should be encouraged in all brands. It's because it can boost loyalty, build trust, differentiate the brands, and also emphasize the accountabilities and authenticities. And moving on to the next slide, we want to introduce about the ethical marketing. So here are the 5 ethical marketing. First, which is the empathy. Second is honesty. Third is the transparency. Fourth is the promise keeping. And the last one is the sustainability. So for today, we will be mainly focused on honesty and transparency. So what does honesty means? Does it mean that the brand should tell you about the wholesale price they get to purchase their raw materials? No, it means that they should lack of manipulations and exaggerations in their promotions. Well, the transparency, does it mean that they have to tell you the progress, how details they make their product? No, it means that they have to openness about their business and operations used in their marketing. So honesty and transparency is work hand in hand together. So this two is to avoid the tactics that manipulate or deceive for the short-term gains. So next slide. So this is the research about the consumer reactions to the brand transparency and the honest in advertising. So as you can see from the research, there are 53% of the consumer will consider for the next purchase. 42% of them will recommend the brand to their friends or family members. 37% of them will purchase more from the brand. And 31% of them will share something positive on their social. And last, there are also 29% of them will publicly praise the brands. So as you can see from the research, you can know that the transparent and honest in the brand advertisements is very important for us. So in final, the trust is the foundations for the successful brand to build trust, boost loyalty in the consumers. So moving on to the next. So here are the real life examples that we had experience in. First, which is the KFC's chickens. As they mentioned in the poster, it is Sega, which means it's a fresh meat. But when it comes to real life, it's looked at unappetizing. I'm sure all of you have experience in this before. So you will feel you get light on these advertisements. And moving on to the second advertisement, which is the Samsung advertisement. They promote by the Blackpink members. But when it comes to real life, do they really using the Samsung handphone? No. They use iPhone to post their social media live on their social media account. So it is honest and untransparent also. They just want to promote their brand to gain the consumers. They don't really try to use on the product. So last, which is the Nestle Musang King ice cream. As they mentioned on the poster, they made with real Musang King. Do you think they really made with real Musang King? Yes, they did. It's only contained 8% of it. So can you imagine 8% of it out of 100%? So after you realize of that, you'll think it's a lie for you. So that's all from my part. I'll pass it next to my groupmate Jia Yee.
Thank you, Joe. So I'll be continued to the next. Why we would say that transparent and honest advertising helps in building the consumer trust? Here are the 3 reasons. Firstly, it differentiates your brands from other competitors who may not be as forthcoming with information. As transparent and honest advertising can help to establish a unique selling proposition that sets your brand apart from others in the market. Furthermore, It also helps to increase the customer loyalty and advocacy. Today, individuals readily share their personal opinions about brands and provide public feedback without hesitation. By embracing the honesty and transparency in your advertising can contribute to fostering a favorable image for your brand, which will ultimately resulting in heightened customer loyalty and advocacy. Additionally, transparent and honest advertising do provide positive experience to the consumers. When the consumers have confidence in your brands and they understand what your products and services entail, they are inclined to find satisfaction in their interactions with your brand. Moving on to the satisfaction. Now, you may wonder how the brands and companies build consumer trust through transparent and honest advertising. Firstly, be more understanding of your audience and their values. To effectively communicate with your consumers, finding out who the targeted consumer is, then understand their demographic and psychographic. From there, brands and companies can then more effectively and efficiently tailor the message that will reach and resonate with their consumers. For example, Nike creates a brand that aligns with their target consumers' active lifestyle. Through its deep understanding of its target market, Nike knows what its consumer wants, needs, and aspires to become, and then deliver it through its product, marketing, and brand experience. Furthermore, be authentic. Being authentic is one of the keys to build trust with consumers. As a brand, your advertising message should accurately reflect your business practice and values, and your actions taken should also be consistent with your messaging. This helps to build the credibility with your consumers and demonstrate that you are committed to being honest and accountable. For example, Apple's advertisement often focus on the actual design and the functionalities of the product. By highlighting the material use and innovation technology, Apple built a narrative of transparency. In addition, be more accountable and responsive to feedback. Transparency offers a significant advantage to the consumers by holding the companies responsible for their conduct. By embracing the openness and feedback, showcase a commitment of valuing the consumer's opinion and striving ongoing enhancement for the brand. For instance, Airbnb used the customer feedback to improve its platform, offering the features such as verifying guest review, enhanced search functions, and safety protocols. The effectiveness of this trust-building strategy depends on honest, open communication, consistent authenticity, and a strong commitment to accountability. By embracing this concept into your advertising strategies, can help to build a strong foundation of trust and foster lasting relationship with your consumers based on mutual respect and transparency. That's all for me. Now I will hand over the next part to Megan.
Thank you, Jia Yee. So moving on to the next part, I'll be sharing some of the false advertising and misleading claims from some popular brands that we know of. So firstly, it will be Red Bull. As we all know, Red Bull is a global energy drink brand, and they're also very well known for their slogan, "Give you wings." So in October of 2014, Red Bull was actually sued by Benjamin Carruthers for $13 million over false allegations of their drink's functional benefits, claiming that after 10 years of drinking this drink, he did not get any wings. So actually, wings are a real thing. So if Red Bull actually claims to give consumers wings, they are actually liable for it not giving them wings. So next would be Kellogg's. So in 2008 and 2009, Kellogg's actually ran an advertisement to promote their frosted mini wheat cereal, which claims to improve children's attentiveness by nearly 20%. So they actually have agreed to a $4 million settlement in a lawsuit for exaggerating and misleading claims in their advertisement. So with that, I'm very sure that a lot of consumers are actually have lost trust in this brand and the ways they advertise because of how misleading this is. So that would greatly affect their sales. And lastly, it would be Volkswagen's Clean Diesel campaign. So Volkswagen has deceitfully promoted specific Volkswagen and Audi diesel vehicles as eco-friendly and meeting emissions regulations. So it was later exposed by the US Federal Trade Commission that their assertions of producing low emissions and environmentally cobalt diesel vehicles rely on employing a defeat device which manipulated the emissions testings. So this has led to several consequences, which is legal repercussions, financial losses, as they have to return as much as 10 billion to owners of affected vehicles, and also reputational damage. Moving on, it will be for our call to action. So we have actually created an easy way for everyone to remember, which is DIP, DIP. So differentiate your brand from competitors, increase customer loyalty and advocacy, and also positive experience. So these three statements actually echoes the need for transparent and honest advertising for all brands and companies. So a question to everyone is, how would you feel if you face like false and dishonest advertising from brands and then you actually purchase the item? So for me and my group mates, we will actually lose trust in that brand and also would unlikely repurchase from them again because of the ways they advertise. So in conclusion, transparent and honest advertising should be encouraged in all brands and companies as it boosts trust, builds loyalty, differentiates brands, and also emphasizes on authenticity and accountability. So it's clear to see that with dishonest advertising, many consumers will have lost trust and have a bad impression of the brand. So brands should definitely practice transparent and honest advertising so that they can build a better brand identity and also have more consumer trust. So that's all for our presentation. Here's our references. Thank you.